I've been to almost all the trails in the Rouge National Urban Park, so I'm looking forward to this one along the Little Rouge Creek. The Little Rouge Creek is a main tributary of the Rouge River, which flows into Lake Ontario at the east end of Toronto. Rouge Park is at the edge of the North American Carolinian Zone. This is an area that goes from North Carolina just into the very southern part of Ontario, from Toronto to Windsor. The Carolinian Zone is dominated by broadleaf deciduous trees. Those are trees that lose their leaves in winter. But of course, there are lots of coniferous evergreen trees too. This is one of my favorite types of forest, just a lovely cedar forest near the beginning of this trail. This is where the trail is closed along the river, but you can detour here across this open area. On the left is the official Woodland Trail map with the detour. This route does not go along this trail along the river. I decided to try out this unmarked trail, and it was the best part of the hike. I like going down to check out the river whenever there's a little path. At this time of year, the river is mostly frozen, but it is pretty interesting to see the water flowing under the ice in places. The Carolinian Zone has a warmer climate than other parts of Ontario, and this is why Rouge Park has incredible biodiversity. There are 1,700 species of plants, birds, fish, mammals, reptiles, and amphibians, and 42 of these species are at risk. So how do you tell the difference between a cedar and an eastern hemlock? Well, there are two really good ways. One way is by looking at the bark. The hemlock bark looks like it has plates, and the cedar bark is straggly and peeling a little. The other way is by the leaves. The hemlock is smooth, while the cedar looks like it's made up of little nodules. But the best way to tell if this tree is a hemlock is by flipping the leaves over. A hemlock will always have white lines on the underside. Just came across 10 or 12 dark-eyed juncos flying around from tree to tree, and also a blue jay.